a desire to be you, some creativity, and loads of joy can give rise to amazing conversations. Please do listen in Theatre of Joy. And like and subscribe, please.
बहुत मस्ती किया यार बहुत मस्ती किया है हमने लाइफ में वंडरफुल सॉन्ग्स बहुत
म्यूजिक
मजेदार
बनाना,
म्यूजिक गाना
मिलके बच्चों के साथ
बहुत ज्यादा मजा आया
और
और
वो बच्चे भी कितने लकी हैं जिनकी लाइफ में तुम आई
सुन
कभी ना कभी मतलब जब भी
पता नहीं यार अगेन हम उसी पे आ
देखो,
जाएंगे
सब
कि
बच्चों को
वो
नहीं एक्सपीरियंस होता है ये।
बच्चों ने हमें करवा दिया ऐसा बना दिया है या हमने उनके लिए कुछ किया पता नहीं
पर
या
मिलके दोनों ने एक स्पेस बनाई ना,
हाँ,
मैजिकल स्पेस
बिल्कुल
जिसको
मैजिकल
कहते
स्पेस बनी तो बहुत एक मामूली सा गेम हम लोग खेल रहे थे
हेलो वेलकम टू द पॉडकास्ट थिएटर ऑफ जॉय।
हाय
आज मैं इतनी जॉयफुल हूँ क्यों करके आज हमारे गेस्ट हैं किरण। किरण को मैं बहुत साल से जानती हूँ और उसका थिएटर करीबी से देखा है। किरण इज सो वर्सेटाइल। उन्होंने दिल्ली में हर किस्म का थिएटर किया है, काफ़ी लोगों के साथ किया है, बहुत स्पेसेस में किया है, पर सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग है कि इन्होंने थिएटर इन एजुकेशन में काफ़ी साल लगाए हैं। दिल्ली की रेपर्टरीज में भी काम किया है और अब किरण टेलीविजन सीरियल्स में काम कर रही हैं। तो मैं किरण को ही बोलूँगी कि आपको बताएं कि किरण क्या चीज़ है और अपने बारे में कुछ बताएं। Hello, Kiran.
Hi.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on.
I will thank you because ऐसा इंटरव्यूज और ऐसे जो पर्सनल बातचीत के बारे में जो होते हैं programs, I generally avoid. I don't like talking about myself so much. But since it was you, and I had this बहुत पहले से आपके साथ एक ऐसा वाला कनेक्शन है. I don't know if you remember or not, but you have guided me in my life, and I was so impressed by you. Always.
And like it's a mutual appreciation society. We're both impressed with each other.
I don't see the reason, but yeah, if you say so, thank you.
No, yeah.
So yeah.
Really in awe of what you've done and what you're doing.
See, परिचय की बात कर रहे हैं. If I try to introduce myself, I'm a very plain, simple person. I guess I was very imaginative since childhood. I used to read a lot. बहुत कहानियां पढ़ती थी, गुड़िया के कपड़े सिलती थी और झूले पे बैठी और खो गई, कहाँ गई पता नहीं. So झूठ बोलती थी स्कूल से बंक करने के लिए, एक्टिंग करती थी.
किसने नहीं बोला झूठ?
और एक्टिंग करती थी बीमार होने की और अकेले जा करके पार्क में झूले में बैठी है या लाइब्रेरी में किताबें पढ़ रही है और कुछ नहीं करना होता था, यही करना होता था. एंड लेटर in my years I have realized that is what I was here for, you know. That imagination, that flight that I used to take, it has helped me.
You're lucky you landed in the right profession.
Yeah, and those stories that I read, the stories that I created, the clothes that I stitched for my doll, they all became part of my profession, you know. थिएटर करते हुए कहानियां बुनना, कहानियां डायरेक्ट करना, गाने, कविताएं, and costume designing.
Wow.
So it was all there. Yeah. So my fairy tale is continuing.
आपने बहुत थिएटर एजुकेशन में बहुत साल लगाए हैं और 35 साल तो आपको वैसे ही हो गए हैं थिएटर में.
जी, आप don't try to comment on my age.
I'm just giving away up both our ages actually. So बच्चों के साथ बच्चों के लिए थिएटर भी करते हैं, ये खूबी है.
हमने जब लैंड किया थिएटर में, so I was lucky enough to land in a group which was just created. It was it was a new idea in India, new concept that professional actors create a play and go around performing in schools for children.
Hmm.
You know, so it was a new concept. I became a part of it, and somehow the journey continued. And I later became part of the TI company, National School of Drama. And yes, I was an adult actor performing for children, and what joy! What joy!
It's very funny. There are very few people doing that, right? Making plays just for children.
It's difficult. It's difficult because
Hmm.
as a person, you have your adult sentiments that are very important to you. You know, so you want to do things where you can relate to those sentiments. You know, the adult sentiments.
Hmm.
I love a girl. I am jealous of a colleague or whatever. My adult sentiments.
Hmm.
But then there are child sentiments also. You know, everybody has those.
Hmm.
But we generally don't pay any attention to those.
Hmm.
No, I was hurt as a girl when I was, not given the same right as any other girl. You know, some right. Like
Yeah.
I remember
Or
one
my
story.
brother,
Or my
which
brother.
is
Yeah.
mostly the case.
So those sentiments also matter.
Hmm.
They must have stayed very strongly with me. Uh, so I preferred to connecting with the child audience more. You know.
And the child within you. मेरे को
Yes.
लगता है कि अगर हम सब if we try to connect with the child within us or discover or find and excavate जिसको कहते हैं जो दबा होता है adult viewpoints के साथ.
I don't know. I mean, there's a very. I often think about it. Is it the child within me that brought me to perform for children, or I performed for children that kept the child alive in me?
Yes.
So I
That's
really think about
beautifully
it.
put. That's
Yeah.
true.
It's
That's
mutual.
true.
I think it's both ways. Yeah, vice versa.
Playing with your child.
Yeah. So yeah, working with children and for children has kept the child alive in me. I have never felt my age. I don't feel I'm very grown up. I don't know somehow, and at times I do childish things. You know. So
Who
yeah.
doesn't?
I do it confidently.
नहीं, but you are one of the lucky few because भूल ही जाते हैं ना बच्चे को लोग.
हाँ, I think so.
तो बच्चों के लिए थिएटर करने सॉरी you were saying.
ना please,
मेरा दिमाग बहुत तेज चल रहा है.
ना कोई बात नहीं.
बच्चों के लिए थिएटर करने में आपको क्या चैलेंजेस आए, आपको क्या अच्छा लगा, क्या एक्सपीरियंसेस हुए?
Biggest challenge is you, because there are things, you know, in this world you need to establish see how mature I am, how good I am. See, look at me, I'm such a good performer. For the adult audience, these things don't matter. They are either happy or they are not happy with your work. See, so it's that self gratification that one gets from performing for adults does not come easily with children. You are performing for children, anybody can say, "Acha, बच्चों के लिए काम करते हो, okay, बचकाना काम है." It's not bachkana काम. It's. I think some director, some very big playwright said this. The actor who performs for children has to be more profound than the person who performs for adults.
That's true.
Yeah, he has to be better than that.
You'll have to peel off the layers that तुम्हारे child के ऊपर जो लग गए हैं,
हाँ.
and then reach out.
Yeah, and like children, you know, you put things simply, they, you know, take it very simply, they feel joyful, and it's all there in that particular setting. You are performing, the child is reacting so openly, he's laughing, she's laughing, and you get the energy. It is electric. Yeah.
I'm sure.
I mean, adults really hide their emotions more. You know, they are not so open about their joys and sorrows. They will like to hide their tears.
There's a politics also
Yeah.
in being open.
Yeah.
उसके play पे हंसना है, उसके नहीं.
I remember one scene. I am doing this girl who's taking food for her friend clown, and that food got finished somehow in the journey.
अच्छा.
And now she's crying. अब मैं जोकर के पास क्या लेके जाऊंगी? And we were performing on the ground level. The audience was near us. All of a sudden, I realized there is this small girl behind my back. She says,
मेरा खाना
खाना ले जाओ. Somebody giving me a handkerchief. रो मत. And I realized, I'm like, they were taking it so seriously, you know. And हमने कहा कि क्या लेके जाऊं, क्या करूं? यहाँ पास में मंडी है, वहां से fruits ले जाओ. I mean, they were so genuine.
What an experience that was.
They were so genuine. So I was so touched. I mean, you cannot even think of fooling them. You know, you don't fool them. You be there. You just better be there. You know, be truthful. So yeah. Those experiences really matter. They enrich you. They enrich you. Yeah.
Which you don't have to be when you're doing, say, television serials and all that. You don't have to really, you know, what you just explained, that you have to be with children. You can't fool them.
Yeah, that is, Meenuji, again, I would like to add here, my colleague, one of my colleagues, with whom I had been working for so long. When I joined this serial, he said, किरण जी कुछ भी कहो, थिएटर वाला मजा तो नहीं आता होगा. And I said, see, it's about what I have to offer. It's not about what I am gaining from there. And I am offering whatever I have with the utmost effort I can make. So from my side, it's...
You're totally immersed.
I am there.
BK.
Yeah. So, yeah, this I have realized in my life, that you don't depend on the medium or the people around you. You depend on yourself, because that is what is going to count. You know, basically.
That's to be enjoyed.
That is to be enjoyed.
Choosing joy.
Choosing joy.
Rather than politics.
I prefer being there. You know, feeling that I have done my best. I have felt what I needed to feel. You know, at that particular moment. So that's joy for me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
तो और कोई एक्सपीरियंस बताओ दिल्ली में थिएटर करने का.
दिल्ली में थिएटर करने के बहुत सारे एक्सपीरियंस हैं.
बीच में थैले में घुस के निकालना पड़ेगा.
I have a beautiful moment to share.
हाँ.
See, this was a play by Ms. Tripurari Sharma. She did this play in TI company.
Tripurari.
Yes. Yeah. So TI company and NSD. She did this play with the team there, and the play is called Lal Lal Hathi.
Theatre and education.
Yeah, theatre and education company. Yeah. So there's this first scene. There's music and some images from children's lives or some activity. It's like a dreamlike scene, you know. And there's a huge snake lying at one side of the stage. And no, so the snake was not there. Snake was there in my imagination, and I was the hathi.
Wow.
And I thought I was taking birth, you know. Nobody knows that. I imagined this. I'm taking birth, and I was like, as if. And I remembered that hat and the boa constrictor of Little Prince. And I used to think that I am coming out of the snake's mouth. And I used to come like, and I didn't know anybody's noticing this or not. I used to do it, and I used to enjoy it. Many years later, a colleague, a co-actor, she told me, I used to watch that scene of yours. I said, it was just a moment, you know, all the actors are there. I never thought that anybody's watching me. I'm doing it. And she said, no, it was as if you have taken a birth or something, you know. So that feeling used to...
I know Kiran is talking about that book called The Little Prince.
Yeah.
Which has been in our imaginations and has enchanted all of us who have at any time worked with children or been children. I mean, it's a beautiful book. Please do read if you ever get to read it.
It is
I
actually
can
not for
imagine.
children, but there was this the main actor, the main the protagonist is a child. So yeah, it stays with you. That
I
story
know.
stays with
Yes,
you, and
yes,
the whole imagery stays with you.
yes.
No?
I think the world can be divided into two: people who have read The Prince and people who have not. It's been translated in all languages.
Yeah,
But to go on,
yeah.
yes.
So the stories have stayed with me. All the
Hmm.
literature that I've ever read has stayed with me,
Hmm.
and yeah,
It
what
pops up when you're performing.
my son used to ask me,
Hmm.
oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? He used to ask me. He was quite young.
Huh.
And I used to say, ki, Kara, what are your future plans?
Huh,
When
huh.
you're 60 or something. I said, I don't have any plans. He says, you need to plan. I said, what will happen? At the most, what I can do is I'll go to some household and say, कि बच्चों की दादी नानी बना लो, घर में रख लो, खाना खिला देना, बच्चों को कहानियां सुनाऊंगी. कह रहा यार आप you are not ambitious at all. In the age when you should be traveling and giving lectures all around, you are saying मैं घर में बैठ के बच्चों को कहानी सुनाऊंगी. I said it's the same thing. आप कहानी 2000 की ऑडियंस को सुनाए चाहे दो बच्चों को सुनाए, it's the same thing. So yeah,
Oh, wow.
story,
Oh.
experiencing a story, making others experience the story, I think is joy, is joy,
Yeah.
and it's the best thing to do.
And playing with children is total, unadulterated joy.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't you want anybody want to do that?
I have never tried to be anything else with children. Yeah, I never tried to say, "Kya, see, I'm so bubbly. I'm the serious one. I am.
Just
Yeah,
yourself.
just I am like this, and they don't take me so seriously. They don't take me. Mhm.
Children know.
They know. They
Yeah.
know you.
And you must be remembering all the children you've ever worked with.
Can't say I remember all the children. Yeah, I remember some children with whom I had lovely experiences.
Mm.
There was this child, I was doing this workshop for Ramjas School, Pusa Road in Delhi, and it was a summer workshop. There was this class 5 child, his name was Sahil,
Mm.
and we started the workshop. And generally, as I start, generally, like people would love to start, we walk. No?
Mm.
So I asked them to walk. Everybody's watching or walking. He's not walking. He's standing and doing something on the wall. I said, okay, no problem. Okay, stop. He starts walking. Everybody's stopping. He's walking. So, okay, fall down. He doesn't fall down. Okay, sit. No, he doesn't. And in about half an hour, I was exasperated. This child is not listening. Was the problem? I don't know. So I gave them a break, short break, and I called him. I said, "What's your name?" He said, "Sahil." So, "Hi, Sahil. I'm Kiran. I hope you I'm able to make myself understood. I mean, can you hear me? Do you understand what I'm saying?" He says, "Yeah." So I said, You don't seem to be following what I say." He said, "मैं ऐसा ही हूँ." I said, मतलब आप जो कहोगे मैं उसका उल्टा करूंगा. तो हमने कहा कि अगर तुमसे हमें कुछ काम करवाना है तो हमें उल्टा बोलना पड़ेगा तब वो सीधा होगा. नहीं कह रहा उसकी कोई गारंटी नहीं है.
What fun.
So I said, then how to work with you? What should I do? So आप बोलिए, आपको जैसे बोलना है बोलिए, मैं देख लूंगा. मैं देख लूंगा. And such a wonderful actor.
Mm.
उसने फाइनल प्रोडक्शन में जो उसने किया वो अमेजिंग था, अद्भुत था.
मतलब एडवांस था वो. देखा ये
But
छोटे मोटे
बहुत
खेल कूल
क्लैरिटी है
वॉक
उसको
वूक नहीं
लाइफ में.
चाहिए मुझे.
बहुत क्लैरिटी है उसको कि आप जो कहना चाहते हो कहते रहो, मेरी मर्जी होगी तो मैं मान लूंगा. बट अ बिग लेसन फॉर मी.
यस.
बिग
कि
लेसन.
दुनिया जो मर्जी कहे, जो मेरी मर्जी है वो मैं करूं.
ऐसा भी तो हो
ब्यूटीफुल.
सकता है ना. ऐसा भी तो हो
हाँ,
सकता
क्यों नहीं हो सकता, होता है.
है. So हाँ, every child actually teaches you something.
Hmm.
The biggest lesson I think I have learned from working with children, being with children, performing for children is I cannot say that, oh, this child is so good.
Hmm.
Because when I say this child is so good, I'll have to say that this child in comparison is not
I
so good.
know.
So that had to go. I
Yeah.
could not label them.
You could not build a hierarchy, you could not judge them.
No, I could not define them. Suddenly the words seem to lose all the meaning, you know. So yeah, that's the biggest
Because the
lesson.
parameters you use to define them are yours.
Yeah,
And
a
why would
fair
you keep
child,
any?
a dark-skinned child, eyes with a child with the big eyes, small eyes, the short guy, the big child, girl. Those are the comparisons, and we talk in comparatives actually, and they
We
don't
live
deserve
with
that.
judgment all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, that had to go. That
Uh,
it's been washed away from me. You know, just
and,
धुलाई हो गई हमारी पूरी सफाई हो
uh,
गई.
and it's beautiful because it's rare. Most of us, like you said, live with judgments. And judgment अपने आप से निकालना बहुत मुश्किल है. तो बच्चों के साथ काम करके
कैसे कैसे आप कैसे करेंगे मीनू जी? We had this. I don't know whether I'm on the right track or not, but I am saying this again. We were doing a workshop, and in that workshop, um, it's a usual way of knowing what children want to be after 10 years, 15 years.
हाँ.
So uh, I broke that system and I said, okay, let's suppose there's a rebirth. We are reborn. What would you like to be in your next birth? So it was in a way to break the barriers and think as far as you can go, you know. So yeah, children wrote about whatever they felt like. There was this child uh, whose father runs a small tea stall, a tea tapari type of thing. And he drew a picture and he wrote, मैं अगले जन्म में एयरपोर्ट के बाहर चाय की दुकान खोलूंगा.
Oh.
उसने बहुत बड़ा लीप लिया है अपना,
हाँ.
एयरपोर्ट के बाहर
हाँ.
दुकान खोल रहा है,
Hmm.
पर वो चाय की दुकान ही है. एंड हाउ कैन आई जज हिज
Yes.
leap?
Yes.
I cannot.
At least he leapt.
He leapt.
I'm not saying at least.
Yeah.
He leapt.
He leapt.
And
That's his leap.
Hmm.
So yeah, there are so many things that make us different people, you know. So there's no point comparing the two. Yeah. We need systems. We need to systems to work together. But yeah,
Yeah, in the world that I can imagine, which will be better than, which will be the world where everybody can have what that child had, what children have. If children also get, all children are, they also get leered on, and they get closed, depending on when they went to school, and what their adults are like, and how the adults respond to them.
and this I think while you talk, I was thinking, where did this come from? I was in class 3 or 4,
Huh.
and there was this some annual function sort of thing, and the girls of my class were being made fairies to stand in the way of the chief guest and to welcome the guest. They were being made fairies. And somehow I was not as fair skinned as I look now. I think I was a bit dark or something. So one teacher said, this one? The other said, no, she's a bit dark.
Oh my goodness.
And that hurt me a lot.
I know.
That hurt me a lot. I was, rejected.
I can also think of some experiences like
yeah.
that for me.
And for, I mean, it was not my fault what I was. I was like that.
You did not fit into the parameters of
I mean,
what this world wants a child to be.
But it was not bad to be a dark skinned, It's not bad.
Yes, of course not.
So, so I could not repeat those things. I didn't. I wanted to give a fair chance to every child.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Actually, it's
how.
the same with me. I had some terrible experiences when I was a kid, and I wanted to be able to give children better experiences and a space where they are not judged.
I have learned a lot from you. I remember you telling me about Indigo Children. Indigo Children?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's the name, no?
That's yeah.
Right. Because I was a new mother. I mean, my son, new mother in the sense, though, young mother, like in my early 20s, and my son was 3 or 4. That's the time I think I first met you. Kashish was 3 and 3.5, right? So, and he was a different person altogether. I had never seen such a phenomena.
Even now, he's a different person.
He is now. I have that capacity
because
to
of how
let him
you've
be.
responded to him. He could have been a broken soul.
Yeah.
But
No, I mean, that's why I said thanks to you that I got a new insight, a new outlook. You know.
So this is just a mutual appreciation society going on.
Mutual appreciation society, yeah, it works and it helps a lot because I mean, yeah, I could have been I don't say good or bad, but
I can't believe that.
Different person if I had not met you. Yeah.
So we have a couple of minutes. And
yeah, so I would definitely like to talk about, since I believe this video is going to be watched by people who are working with children, or maybe they get inspired to work with children.
Fun.
Theatre is joy. Theatre is joy, and working with children doubles it. So what wonderful ideas that we have worked on with children. Like the plays that I did in NSD, one was Khushi Ki Khoj, and we actually बड़े ने एक आशीर्वाद दे दिया, बेटा हमेशा खुश रहो. अब वो खुश ही नहीं रह पा रहा, कैसे खुश रहूं मैं, तो कभी ये कभी कुछ. तो वो ढूंढ रहा है कि खुशी होती कहाँ है, मिलती कहाँ है. That sort of a play, and we actually created the entire thing. They searched कहाँ मिल सकती है, and one of the children, they got me dopamine, the chemical in the brain, you know, that releases happiness and whatever. I said, okay, I didn't know that. And there was a play called Ek Kadam Aur, which was based on the idea of fear, and that's how we realized that. हम लोग बात करते हैं कि डर लगता है, हटाओ हटाओ, डरने की कोई जरूरत नहीं. Fears are so important.
So real for when you experience.
They are also real, and they're very important also. At times they prepare you for things. You know, they make you. They make you act. You know? Then we had this play which was about self-image. How I want to be. How I want to project myself. What do I want to look like, and what do I want people to think of me? Those things. Some wonderful ideas, and बहुत मस्ती किया यार, बहुत मस्ती किया हमने लाइफ में. Wonderful songs, बहुत
म्यूजिक बनाना, म्यूजिक गाना, मिलके बच्चों के साथ
बहुत ज्यादा मजा आया.
और वो बच्चे भी कितने लकी हैं जिनकी लाइफ में तुम आई. कभी ना कभी मतलब जब
पता नहीं यार, अगेन हम उसी पे आ जाएंगे
सब बच्चों को नहीं एक्सपीरियंस होता है.
बच्चों ने हमें करवा दिया, ऐसा बना दिया है, या हमने उनके लिए कुछ किया, पता नहीं.
पर मिलके दोनों ने एक स्पेस बनाई ना, मैजिकल स्पेस.
मैजिकल स्पेस बनी. तो बहुत एक मामूली सा गेम हम लोग खेल रहे थे ना. We were waiting for the rest of the people to come, since I did not want them to feel left out, because this is again a big thing. Punctuality is very good. We all, when we realize it's good, we want to be on time, right? But then there are children who are late because of some other reasons, you know. Younger children are dependent on their parents. They are not able to reach on time because the parents are somehow late. So what is more important, punctuality or the child's sentiments?
Or the ease of living.
Ease of living too. But then there was this, we had this system that if a child is late, we'll clap for the child. We thought that this is a very good idea. We are not saying, we are not scolding the child, but this, we are embarrassing the child like anything. And I mean, so I did was we planned some games. Come on time and we'll play. And when everybody joins in, we'll start whatever activities we want to do. So we were playing, and children were like, it was a pass game. I come to you, you take the thing, and you go there, and all those things. The one children is like, give me, give me, give me, give me, give me. The other is, I'll take it, yaar. The other is different attitudes. 15 children playing, 15 different attitudes.
Yeah.
Towards,
and they had the space to do it.
They had the space
which
to
you
do it.
had given them. Because you have to, the adults either squeeze the space or they open it up.
Because life had brought me to a place where I could do it.
I could continue talking with you till it's time for dinner. But we'll have to stop here and we will meet again in this space again.
Sing a small song.
Oh, please do.
And it's from a children's play. And I'll explain it later if we think
no explanation required. I'm sure.
Okay? दुनिया भर में भरे पड़े हैं तरह तरह के जानवर. दुनिया भर में भरे पड़े हैं तरह तरह के जानवर. बड़ा निराला कुदरत तेरा कैसा है दस्तूर, मगर ठूस ठूस कर बुद्धि भर दी नन्हे से इस खर के अंदर. खर मीनिंग खरगोश. ठूस ठूस कर बुद्धि भर दी नन्हे से इस खर के अंदर. मूर्ख मोटी बुद्धि का पर सुंदर सा एक शेर बनाया. देखो कितना ताकतवर. खेल अनोखा तेरा विधाता. सोच सोच कर मैं रह जाता. सूंड न होती हाथी की तो खंभे जैसे पैरों से वो भोजन कैसे खाता. कैसे पीता पानी हाथी, कैसे हाय नहाता. क्या बात है. दुनिया भर में भरे पड़े हैं तरह तरह के जानवर. Kiran, thank you so much.